but a lot of times I didn't. So I understand. There's just times where people be lagging, bro. And unless they're, and it gets kind of finicky in terms of where you enforce it, because like, do you know, you lag one, you lag a couple times. All right, buddy, get out of here. Your internet's trash. Get out of here. Where you're trying to be, we're PM. We don't really have the benefit of being able to just kick out people who lag and just be like, screw you, and we'll be fine. We want to have as many people in our tournaments as possible, right? So we want to try and be as lean in as we can to help be as inclusive as possible. But it obviously leads to the other side of the coin, where you get laggy matches and you get frustrated players, and it's a hard balancing.
I mean, if you look at the West Coast freshman feuds were much more spread out than the East Coast ones. So like you're on average playing at these higher, like I think like 10 buffer games and whatnot, and like that's just kind of what they had to deal with, because that's just the nature of their spread out community as well. I don't know. With net play, there's some give and take, obviously, but I do think in the future we are going to make a clause about spiking internet or stutter internet specifically.
I think it's like I said, I don't envy your position, my man. Yeah, I really don't. It's why, like I said, it's why I chose not to run net play tournaments, because I knew this would be a problem, and it was going to be a lot of subjectivity to it, where some people think this is lagging too much and other people think it's not lagging that bad and that you can deal with it, and it's just a big tug and pull, and then you ban somebody or you DQ for somebody for lag and then they're mad, or you don't DQ somebody for lag and the other person's mad, and it's just not a fun situation to be the person having to make the decision where somebody goes, that guy's dumb and he made a bad decision. It's just not fun. I've been in that position just regular TOing on LAN for other stuff. I don't like being in that position. But those are more situations I'm okay with.
I think it's different when everything is written out as like a very fine
if you have something ready to go, then it's just like,
if you're just kind of like going off
of,
like, if you're just kind of going off of like, well, I guess we're gonna do this, then that looks way worse. So
but like, I mean, even if you have like a rule, it still becomes subjective, because you're like, oh, a spiking rule. Okay, how bad does it need to spike?
Well, that's why you make some specifics.
That's where you write a number down? Like, that's where it gets to be still not shady, but still weird to draw a line. Like what? Like, oh, if it spikes above 150 ping 3 times, like, are we gonna draw a line on some weird specific numbers like that?
I'll say there's also room for you can like say at TO's discretion, like even just saying that is like pretty good. So saying if there is excessive spiking or continual spiking at the TO's discretion, you may be disqualified. So like I know it's like,
gonna be at your discretion for sure.
But like that's different than, I think that's kind of where we'll go with that. But yeah
for sure. Sorry
that for this one, because like I said, there were times where it was obviously playable and seemed good, and early in bracket was fun. It's tough because at any moment it could have gone back to normal. We don't know, but for the next one we will definitely write something out. So let's go ahead and run grand finals of Calamity versus Blurr.
I keep saying, I hope that the next connection is better. We'll see. Hopefully.
That is the hope. All right. Let's see if I got a code. Should be. It's been a crazy tournament so far overall.
Obviously, Blitz, it's on the players. Obviously, you want everyone joining with good internet, but it ends up being like, what is good enough internet, right? And that's always going to be up to the TO to be like, because some person's going to complain about 7 buffer and say that's unplayable, whereas another person's going to say that's fine, like 7 buffer is perfectly fine, and that's just going to be on, everyone's going to have their different opinion on how bad lag is because of whatever their experience with lag has always been. And that's always going to be on the TO to have to make that decision. That's why it kind of ends up being on them in the end of the day, even though we can say, hey, everyone just should have good internet, don't have crap internet. That is partly true. Yeah, Domlai saying 8 buffer games shouldn't be played regardless. Whereas I can name 7 players that'll play 8 buffer perfectly fine. Me included if I'm playing in a tournament. 8 buffer ain't too bad.
Agreed.
if I have to play it. It's not my.
Let's say West Coast, that's like what they get too.
Yeah,
it's like
if I have to play a tournament, 8 buffers honestly playable. 9 is where I start to draw some lines in tournament and be like, man, this sucks. But I'll still play it. 10 is where I'm like, okay, buddy, something's wrong.
6. If we did 6
so like
buffer,
I said right there, you know, it all comes down to people have their own idea of lag.
If we did 6 buffer requirement, that'd be a very small turnout.
That's another thing, is you're trying to make sure everybody, as many people join as possible. You know, we're not getting 200-man weeklies, so we can't just vet everybody to the point where we only let the good connections in, or else you have a 3-man weekly, right? So you really have to try to keep it as lenient as you can without compromising matches, and it kind of gets hard sometimes. So, like I said, I don't buffer XYK. I don't buffer. I don't envy XYK here in this situation.
That's why I said, I think the most important thing about right now is being consistent with what has already taken place, because or else if I were to just have done it now, then somebody else didn't get that DQ who also went through the same thing, who could have gone further. So for the next one, there's going to be something set in stone in place to where the first time it comes up, it's just already dealt with. But the fact that, like, in my eyes, just as a vulnerable approach to it as a TO, if I DQ there and the player before and the player before did their match and fought through all that, it's like kind of unfair to them now, even if I make the quote-unquote right decision. So it's like, I think consistency is the most key there, and then in the next one, just having that fine line to where it gets caught from the beginning.
Exactly. Yeah, Domlax, I share the same opinion.
Zelda.
All right. Going into grand finals, though, we have Calamity versus Blurr. It's going to be a Link versus... well, actually, we could see... I'm not sure if we're going to see Zelda or Knuckles.
It says like he's sticking with the Zelda here. It's a projectile character, so he wants to have something where he wants to have Naryus is probably the idea. Having Naryus on a character where he's going to throw a lot of projectiles is pretty nice. It's a good tool to have to fall back on.
Alright, game 1 on Battlefield.
Yeah, I think this is a fine neutral stage here. I think Link might have the slight edge on this stage. I think the platform's giving the ability to kind of circle camp a little bit, whereas Zelda not going to have a ton of... Oh, wow, it's weird.
Yeah, like bounced off both.
Zelda going to have a tough time reacting or dealing with the camping if he goes around the platforms like that. But a flatter stage with Zelda isn't super preferable either, so you kind of just play with what you got. Oh. It's facing. Yeah, that's going to be a grab. Down air, killing at 100. Yeah, see, like right here, like at Zelda, man, if he goes that high up with bombs, like, you can't really challenge him there. You gotta make a really hard call out. Keeping his spacing. Oh, can't grab the airborne Zelda. Slips out. Jab, jab, grab. Let's see the damage. Tries to get a jump read.
Oh, just does the Z-drop bomb. Yeah, that'll work. I mean, it hit Link too, but like...
Yeah, I probably wasn't expecting him to get hit. Probably wanted to space it a little bit, but hey, that's not a terrible trade when you're up. Nice. Yeah, Fair from Ledge is honestly really good with Link. Really good on shields as well. Oh, that instant air barely whiffs. Yeah, Zelda finding a tough time trying to get in here, even with the ability to Naryu some of the projectiles.
Oh, just barely misses the sharked up air. Blurr with the big foot, though. Oh, my God.
He's fine. He's living.
Whoa. Yeah, just gets right through that.
Oh, he's... Oh, that was a little risque. Right. Throws the bomb. He's got the tether, but
gets back fine because of the roll above 100%.
Yeah, Zelda rolled up, and that's just going to give Link free ability for tether. Oh. Zelda not respecting that right there, staying right in that range, going to take down air and die. And now it's a full 2-stock lead. And he gets the first hit too, so he's already ahead in terms of this stock. Doesn't go for back throw, gonna try and catch that. You see he gets the right DI and Zelda can't follow up. Zelda gets to grab at those percents, and until back throw starts to kill you, there really is no mix up there. Yep, there he goes. Still not killing.
Ooh, gets the double aerial
Double
there.
nair, I like it. Oh, that's basic. Zelda just taking a lot of chip damage here before she can finish the stock. Every one of these bits is gonna add up.
Oh, barely misses that.
Calamity.
Blur's just landing down on with
clean.
these fares, and they're getting shielded each time.
Oh, he is on there. He's in there like swimwear.
Oh, the crouch
Tries to
cancel down
DC
tilt.
it, but
Yeah.
oh, I thought he was gonna grab the ledge too, honestly.
Yeah, I did too.
That was very odd. Yeah, he's still almost over a full stock up. See how much damage the nair comes out, gets him out of that situation. Tries to catch her coming down, but barely misses. Spacing with these boomerangs. Zelda not really able to find a way in. Finally gets a dash attack, but he gets grabbed for his troubles. And that's death off up air. You do not escape.
Looking like a really strong start for Calamity here.
Oh, gets hit by his bomb. Tried to time it so that the bomb explosion happened.
Whoa!
Whoa, it went right through Zelda. The hitbox wasn't out yet.
Yeah.
Ooh, doesn't
Small
go for
shield.
up, shield.
Yeah.
Yeah, that wasn't going to hit that. Putting pressure on Zelda at that range. Zelda having a tough time responding to it. Lost his jump, but she's still able to fall to the ledge. Surprised he didn't catch up on that and try to up B with where she didn't have jump. Would have sent her off stage without a jump. Would have been really, really good. Oh, there it is. The bomb getting him out of the lag. And even if he gets hit there, there's a good chance the bomb blows up and saves him from the hit, the knockback as well.
Oh, goes for a roll away read.
There's the read in. Zelda, with how slow she is, she has to really make a read right there on tech away because she can't cover tech away without like sprinting there before you do it.
That makes sense.
So it makes it tough to try. Then you mix it in the tech ins, and then it's hard for her to.
Oh, the raw dare!
Calls in. She's not respecting it, getting way too close to the stage while he's standing right there. And he's like, okay, sure. Whatever you say, buddy. Yeah, I mean, come on. He's playing Link, and this is Zelda. I mean, come on. I mean, like, what are we doing here? There's no way Link loses to Zelda in the canon, okay, buddy?
All right, game 2 on
Fountain.
on Fountain, yeah.
I mean, it does lower the problems of the circle camping because the platforms aren't as high.
Right.
And the side platforms do lower, which can make it harder for him to do that. Doesn't go for double up smash, decides to go for nair, falls out. Probably should have just double up smash, had the platform to follow it up to. But yeah, we'll see. I don't think this is too bad of a pick here. Zelda obviously doesn't really like flat stages either, so it kind of becomes a problem.
Oh,
head.
That's D77. The Din's just putting Link a little too low there.
Yeah, try to get a little too fancy with the sweet spot. Doesn't go for his up smash again. Waits a little too long and gets naired out. Yeah, Metal Cavern would have probably been a pretty good choice. It really does hamper Link's ability to down throw tech chase you. But with Zelda, I mean, you end up dying to down throw up air at like 120 anyway.
Oh my gosh, so many weak bears.
And that's unfortunate. Yeah, 3 weak bears, not going to do a ton of damage. Nice nair out of shield. Okay. Nice. Dak is catching her on the platform. Not really a lot she can do to counter that one. A really good sneaky anti-air option, and comes down with down air, and it just kills her off the top, even on Fountain.
That platform
the high
movement, and then
drop
down
there
bear.
It is again. Come on, buddies, come on. Respect invincibility. Promise, it's really good.
Whoa!
Oh, God, you just waited.
Yeah, I know. I was not expecting that.
Nerves of steel. Yeah, that Zelda buff to jab, pretty good.
Pretty decent.
Rolls up, gets out of that somehow. Doesn't get punished for that. Not going to take anything besides the tech chase. She gets the read. Sneaky, I like it. I really like that. Dak is catching people airborne. It's not great against grounded opponents, but I mean,
whoa!
You can catch somebody in the air. It's great. And that was
that kill?
sneaky,
No.
and she's alive, just barely. Any other stage with that DI, she's probably dead.
Oh no! You have to kind of treat Zelda like Luigi with like the double fair.
Yeah, you can't let her challenge. You have to understand that she's at the spacing where she's allowed to do that. You have to just kind of wait until she falls, and then you can try to move around. can try and make an educated movement, whether you want to come in or out. That should be just barely not there in time, but up air still sharking. Okay, gets the close range boomerang. Walling her out pretty well. Ooh! Pretty good stock so far from Calamity. Trying to make his way back. We've seen him make these comebacks so far, even today. Okay. Misses the fair, just barely. Probably going to get a raw up smash, but can't get 2 up smashes there with the platform lowering as you do it.
Right. Oh, the dare.
Down air.
No, still not killing.
Probably a few more percent.
I mean, the way Calamity's playing right now really is just fighting to even this back up without taking any more percent.
Yeah, he knows that he needs to be playing taking clean stocks. He's allowed to, he can take weak back airs and weak forwarders. They do very low percent.
Oh my gosh. Oh, he's barely missing this there.
He's gonna get dashed.
Blurr setting up for the edge guard opportunity. Covers all these options here at the ledge. And now Calamity's at a whopping 81%, and that's death.
Then you're dead from that. That
Blurr's
was kind
on the
of
board.
unfortunate. Unfortunate boomerang saving Zelda and getting him killed. We'll see the counter pick. We're going to see an FD ban, which I think is fine, and then a Delfino's ban. Going to go to PS2. Definitely think this is a good, pretty good stage for Link. The only thing it lacks is a top platform to have to run around, but he has the 2 side platforms to help him with if he needs to go for a tech chase down air off of down throw, and he has enough space to run around horizontally as well. Uh-oh. Ran right into Zelda there. Kind of took a really risky approach. Didn't need to.
I also don't want to jinx it, but the connection has actually been super stable. This
It
like...
has. We've been fortunate, gamers.
Yes.
Okay, dash attack. Doesn't get the up air. That should
Up
be
air?
death.
Yep.
Yep. I mean, yeah, you can't afford to get grabbed at that percent as Zelda. That's just, you got to understand that. Yep, good thing he waited out the Naryus. He's actually waiting them out. Zelda trying to make call-outs on it when she really needs to play more reactive with it. Okay. The bomb bouncing around. Zelda's like, I don't know. Nice, just ran in there. Punished her for throwing the dins right there. Wow, that was crazy. Multiple clanks. Nice. Ooh, could have shielded that punished.
Scary.
It. Ready.
That Link shield is looking really, really small.
It is, but he's got enough time.
Oh, Blurr gets a free kill there. Yep.
But he gets a bad DI off that.
I don't think the DI mattered much on that one.
Definitely. You have
Is that like 130?
PS2 to work with. Well,
That's
maybe
true.
you die off the top, but at least
Yeah, that's what I was
like
saying.
that, he literally just like held down.
That's true. Yeah, you're
You're
right.
in lag of a move. You don't have an excuse to not hold up up and
Facts.
in.
Facts.
You have the whole stage to work with too, because you're on the right side.
Woo! Just like sneaks by that movement.
Doesn't go for the kick. Could set up for an edge guard. Tries to go for down air.
Oh, that's a punish. Yep. These up Bs are scary.
They are. Okay. I mean, to get back into his game.
Wow,
Runs
yeah.
up with the forward air, catches her on the platform. I think he tried to call out her throwing dins, but still worked out anyway. She likes to throw dins from that position. Shield.
Yep, there it is.
Yeah.
Evening it back up. 2 stocks apiece.
Trying to shark her. Tried to call her running off the platform. Doesn't get the call out entirely. That's good. Down smash. There's good damage. There's the up tilt. That first hit up tilt deceivingly really fast. And yeah, I was like, he's definitely gonna catch that. He's waiting right under it. Oh, it doesn't hit. Oh, really? I don't think she expected that to be the hit that she got. Ooh, gets the reel up. Link a lot more vulnerable than some of the other tether characters while he is reeling up. Ooh. Doesn't try to stay on the platform though. See what he can do here. Doesn't turn around. Tries to keep her there. She rolls behind.
Oh, there's so many situations.
That's the third time she's rolled in on him.
That's what I'm saying. Gets a jab reset with the up air?
Gets that first hit.
Yeah.
Gets the falling down air. She tries to get a little too greedy. for the damage.
Oh, that was scary.
Hit him in a knockdown, but Zelda
Yeah.
can't quite reach him.
So right now, Calamity is playing the game of chip damage because right now, he's really close to just dying to a single aerial.
Yeah, bad DI on a kick is death here.
Like all these moves that take really long,
Let's
like
be honest.
up B. Like I don't think we're seeing any up B coming from Calamity.
Should not be up being at 20
Yeah.
for sure. Even now he shouldn't.
Well, I'm saying it at all for the stock. I don't think unless it's guaranteed.
That's true. But we
Like-
don't know. I mean, that's something he relies on. It could be something that comes out in the heat of the moment.
That's true.
Oh, that was a pretty sneaky
Ooh,
ledge grab.
scary.
I like
We still have a
it. He got
jump.
A little too aggressive.
Oh,
Let's go down air.
oh, on the stage with the up
Not
B.
ready.
Yeah.
Not ready at all. Now it's even. I mean, hey, he's actually up in percent.
Oh, that might be
There's
it.
that B, I told you, but he's fine. Nice
That's
stalling.
scary.
It doesn't land on the leg.
Yep. And Blurr takes game 3.
He had the ledge.
Yeah, that was very, very close.
Keep the same fans. I mean, PS2's not a bad pick. It's probably a comfort pick for him as well. We'll see if he can even this up, or if we go to a second set. He was up ahead early in the first game, and then Blurr took a lead, and then while Calamity brought it back, Blurr was still able to secure the game. Oh, he goes in on grounded opponents with that Dacus up smash, even though it has up smash in the name. Don't worry about it. Wait, I'm trying to see if he can get a shield poke.
As Blurr was doing a really good job walling out Calamity in that situation, but now, I mean, Calamity just kind of making sure it's still even despite how devastating that looked. Actually,
Nice
I was
grab.
about to say that almost just stole
on
it.
that percent, yeah, you DI up to try and get away from down air because up air won't kill you. As long as you
Gotcha.
don't get down air, you're fine. So you DI it up.
That's that knowledge. Oh, good weight out on that.
Well,
Yeah.
oh, that's no jump link.
Yeah, these coming down at that diagonal is so scary as Link.
He's taking a second on the spawn platform. He needs to regroup and keep himself in the game. Even if he loses this set, he needs to be ready for a second one. Nice. Waiting for the commit from Zelda with the dash attack and punishes it accordingly. Could have upbeat it.
Double
With
bear.
no jump. Yankee
Oh,
with no trim.
the up B.
There's the upbeat.
First couple frames
There
of
it
that.
Yeah, you can't falling fair Link like that. At that spacing for sure. He's ready. Alright, let's see if he can fight his way back into this one. Not too far behind if he doesn't take too much damage here.
Oh, okay.
Nice. Another good scooping with that Dacus.
That back air scene looks really scary from Link
Yeah,
because it gets
he
crouch
really
cancelled so easily.
Yeah. It's another move that kind of needs to be anti-aired. That needs to be an anti-air move.
Right. Ooh, that
Yeah,
movement. You see that wave land?
Trying to mix it up. He has to. That's how you got to get in. Link's going to keep you out forever if you don't. He's doing a pretty good job mixing up his stuff.
Jabbing it
Yet
down
he
smash.
doesn't go
That's
in
good
right
damage.
there. He knows that it's the percent where that's not going to work, and he's
Gosh.
going to get kicked for it. So he jumps up and fades
Oh,
back and tries to
these-
wait for something.
Uses the bomb to get Dins out of the way.
That was pretty good. Nice.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, goes for a
Tries to
hard
call
call
that
out.
out. But
Yeah.
He's fine. He knows the risk reward is really good for him. If he misses it, he's fine. Oh.
Yeah, a
Oh,
little,
yeah,
little
it's
slow
slow.
on the up B.
Yep.
Hesitated just
slow.
a second, and then it was too late.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things that, like, just get your own grab, you know? Just see it.
True.
Most people are ready to react with a shield grab faster than they're ready to react with, like, a move out of shield. Just, like, get your shield grab. You know? And she
Oh,
can't
wow.
shield it either.
All right, back to even stocks.
Yeah, if she tries to shield after her grab, you get a free grab, and that's down throw up air, down throw bear, whatever, or down throw down air, whatever. That's your kill confirm, right?
Yeah.
Okay. See it? Yeah. Not gonna work.
At the lower percent,
I like
you have to
the
get
idea.
go for a little bit of a harder hitting and move.
You get hit by everything here. Calamity made multiple good reads in a
Oh,
row.
the
Good.
reverse!
Probably the best thing that could have happened with the scenario that he chose. Oh, a little too hopeful there with that. He wanted to keep the momentum going, but he doesn't need
Wow.
to have that crazy. He can just
That was
keep it slow.
A near perfect stock for Calamity.
Blurr got hit by basically everything and is now dead for his troubles. Blurr also making some good reads here on his own stock.
Yeah, let's say it was all off that one crouch cancel and net like good 40%.
Good roll away, just like, hey, I'm okay with not putting myself at risk to keep center stage. And as I say that, he Dacuses while he's grounded. So what do I know?
Teleports behind Link, get the cancel. In this game, you can cancel the kind of like a Phantasm shorten. You can shorten Zelda's up B and do things out of it, which is pretty crazy.
The name of the game right now for him, and this is common when people playing against Zelda, is overextending. Zelda is probably one of the best characters at punishing people overextending their combos.
Oh, that was scary.
Or overextending their juggles at her perfect range, and then they just get kicked for it, or they put themselves in enough lag that she just kicks them and kills them.
Yeah, right now, that's all Blur's looking for, is that fair or bear.
Oh, we called out the roll away, but he's still playing Zelda, so.
This is so scary.
Oh, he tried to get that to cover it. He's not going to get a second one.
Oh my gosh.
Down there! Barely able to get down and shield.
The tech?
What
the
a tech.
god?
Still to get a background and get the ledge. This is nutty if he's able to
No.
take this game. That was bad.
Yeah, these up Bs are so scary. They're
He
just
should be thanking the
too
gods
slow.
he's alive right now.
That's it. Oh, the
Oh, he
dins.
gets by dins. I mean, Blur had an idea that was going to happen. Gets another roll read.
Oh, this is
Blur's actually moving
terrifying.
around pretty well. Doesn't come down with down air.
That's
Up
it.
B, yes.
The up B.
There it is. There's a good up B right there. You see that she did a rising aerial on your shield. That is the perfect sign for a good time to up B. Saw it. His eyes lit up. And he knew he was ready to go. Gonna ban
crazy.
WarioWare. I think that's fine for the most part. And then bans, yeah, Metal Cavern. I think that's a fine ban as well for the what we talked about before. Here we go. Game 5 on Green Hill Zone. I think this stage is pretty okay for both. I don't think this is inherently good or bad for either of them. This is most likely a comfort pick. Didn't
Oh
want
my
to go with,
gosh.
like a Dreamland or something.
The jab combo.
Yeah, he finally had a good up B that last game. Most of his up Bs were pretty sus to begin with, but that one he was perfectly fine. A rising aerial on your shield, that one is the perfect time to do it.
Oh, that'd have been insane.
He could have got it. Yeah, that would have been like one of those snake situations where he sticks you, blows you up, and sticks you again.
But here on the other side too, Blur's just getting a lot of good stray hits. That's
Yeah, Zelda
really
loves
been
stray hits,
adding up
that's
this
the thing.
damage.
Let's see. Not going to get too much other than
Oh, I
just the
thought
fair
that-
damage.
I thought the down air was gonna come out there.
No, not at that percent. He just wanted the damage, and she died out, and that's what you're going to get.
Gotcha.
At that percent, if you try to go for dare, she's a little too far, and not enough hits done.
Oh, a good weight on that dash attack.
Ooh. Oh yeah, don't worry, Bootylicious. East Coast, we're known for not grabbing ledge. We don't do that. That's not in our blood. We edge guard like men. Trust me, we thought it was a South Florida meme that none of us grab ledge. Then we realized that we're not alone. In our
Oh,
debacle.
no.
See, right there, bad timed up B. That's just a bad up B. It is very easy to see why it didn't work.
Ooh. The down smash will take it
There
off the
we go.
top.
On top of that, it was very likely to shield poke too, because of how low it hits. Yeah, can't hold the ledge too long. Gotta make sure you're holding it while you have invincibility and then drop it.
Crouch
in
cancel, yeah. Through the down smash.
You know what would have worked? Teching to the corner. Hey,
True.
True. People are waiting.
Oh,
for
it
that
gets a
teching
little
forward.
weak hit on the down air.
If it was strong, it would actually have gotten better.
Yeah.
The weak hit actually ended up making it not worth his time. Oh, baits it out completely. Eats the spot dodge with the up smash. Nice. And then
Jab
clanks
down
with it.
smash. I've been seeing that a lot
Get her,
from
man.
Calamity. It's worked
Air
so
dodge,
often.
kill her. Ooh, and it blows
Oh,
up with
the
bounce.
bomb
Oh.
that sold the stock.
He was ready. This is why he plays Link, man. He knows this stuff. Oh.
Okay. Kind of uses the dins to help. Oh, that's so scary.
Rolls away, not wanting to
Whoa!
deal with that range.
Whoa!
Good tech, good get up attack. Ooh, that boomerang saves his life.
Oh, and
Ooh,
the
gets
trade.
kicked trying to AGT it the other way.
Even
Trying to
stocks yet
AGT it
again.
at Zelda to try and compromise the range. He knows that
Again.
boomerang's coming back.
This is game 5 of the first set of grands. If Blurr
Uh-oh.
is able to take
Not
this,
real
then there's gonna be a
fair.
whole nother set.
Why'd you run away from the ledge? You hit him with the move, he had to up B. Go get him. All right.
Oh, the
Oh,
double.
I like it.
AGT down,
She
AGT
was
right.
not ready for that. She was ready for him to AGT upwards.
Yep.
With the down throw.
Oh, what's the punish here?
That's death.
The down air.
10%. Yeah, that's 90. You're dead.
Because she didn't DI away, right?
She did. It's just the knockback doesn't scale very high, and it's all about based on how much hit stun you're going to be in.
Oh,
the
okay.
higher percent, you're going to be in more hit stun, therefore it's going to be an
Oh,
actual confirm.
okay.
At lower percent, you're not in nearly as much hit stun, so the confirm doesn't work. You have to do a faster move.
Makes sense. Makes sense. Oh, go through there. Oh, a little slow on the fair there.
Eventually, the knockback does end up getting too high, and that's when you have to up
Yeah,
it.
so there's like a there's a
kills,
zone.
so you're fine. All right, we've got him at the ledge. Every percent matters here as he continues to live on this second to last stock. Blurr
This
being
could
really
be-
patient, does not want to get baited. Ooh, great spacing. Gets the back. They're going to switch to Sheik on last
is it.
stock. Uh-oh, this is looking a little sussy.
This decides whether or not we go for another hour. Just joking.
I don't know. This change seems a little sus. I'd be very
Oh
impressed
yeah.
if he was able to do it with the
Oh, that's it.
Sheik. That's it.
Calamity wins the Freshman Feud.
He clutches that out, man.
That's
He played
crazy.
extremely impressive there. Played
Just-
extremely impressively in that last game. And hey, I was right. That Sheik was sussy. Just saying it. I was like,
Oh
I don't know.
my
Switching to
gosh.
Sheik in last stock when you haven't done it the whole time. I don't know. A little sussy.
Just like that, it's over.
Yeah, right
And
there,
we
just,
started
you know,
7
I mean, that's
hours
bound to-
ago.
It's bound to happen right there where you switch to that kit, you switch to Sheik, and you just kind of get caught off guard, or you tech flub or something because you've been playing Zelda the whole time.
Yep.
And in the middle of the game, not even like after a game into a new game, you're playing another character. It's bound to that's happened where I was worried about it. I was like, I don't know. I would probably stay Zelda here. But and I mean, hats off to Calamity. I
that?
mean, he took it from winner's side. The last set started to look a little iffy there, but he kept on. And I mean, he had to have had a great mindset going into this because he had a couple of games where it looked pretty rough and he was able to still bring it back and win, or this set in particular where it looked pretty rough and he was still able to bring it back and win. So really, really impressive from Calamity, honestly.
Absolutely. We might be able to get a interview.
Nice.
That'd be
I do want to ask him
great.
how that set felt for him lag-wise, because it didn't seem too bad on our part compared to what we had seen before. You know, the other one's literally like we'd see freeze frames for a while. That one seemed to be a lot smoother, probably just by happenstance. But I'd like to see how he felt during that. And
Absolutely.
you said he played him before? Did they play? Yeah, they played each other,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'd like to hear how he felt during that first time playing him.
For sure. Like I said, it was very back and forth the entire time. Like he said, he lives with like eight people. So I'm glad that we didn't get a laggy grand finals from the looks
I mean,
of it,
I'll
so.
say right now, I know people are pretty upset, especially people who lost to him or played against him and played with the lag. But I don't think as much as games could have changed and played differently with lag, I don't think that guy was a bad player.
No, not
I
at
don't
all.
think Blurr,
Like there was
Blurr
some
did not
solid
look like a player
play.
like, man, this guy's bad. He's getting carried by lag, yada. It didn't look like that to me. Someone who is playing for a very long time, it didn't look like that to me. He had things going on. Now, did he lag? Yes, for sure. And if you're, lag is frustrating, and yeah, and certain games could have turned out a little differently. And maybe Blurr doesn't win on land. Whatever, things could change at any day. But I don't think I don't think at any point I can say that he, wasn't at least up to the caliber of playing in grand finals of the
Oh
tournament.
yeah, for sure. I mean,
He
Blurr.
has the skill to play at this level,
Absolutely. I mean, Blurr is no new name to this series. Like, we've seen Blurr in the past, and we know the talent is there for sure. But man, Calamity with the cleanest bracket run today, not dropping a single set, with a 3-0 in winners finals, and the only game 5 really was that with Blurr. The only other person he lost games to was Shock 11, which was one game.
Yeah.
Crazy.
When it comes to Calamity, obviously he won the tournament, and that's awesome. He didn't even lose a set. It's very impressive. And like I've already praised him multiple times while we've been on here. But obviously, if he watches back the games, he'll hear me yelling at him for sure about stuff he's not.
What's up, guys?
Hey, what's
man?
up, Calamity?
Congratulations.
Yes, congrats.
Thank you.
It's a crazy run.
Yeah, I love winning. What can I say?
Hey, that's some king stuff.
So,
That's-
first thing I wanted to ask was, obviously, people are talking about Blurr's connection throughout the entire bracket, really. But in that set, it didn't look too bad.
It didn't look bad actually. Yeah, it was. It
Okay.
didn't feel bad either. I think like first game was a bit choppy, but it was pretty good for the rest of the set.
And you played him before, and was that fine as well, or was that one a little?
That was a bit choppier, I think, actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
So like
Okay.
it just his connection just kind of tightened up there in that last in grand.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Happened like that.
We're
All right.
thankful for a slightly less laggy set. But wow, let's talk about your run just a little bit. I mean, didn't drop really. I can't see pools right now, but we'll talk about bracket specifically. Your first round was against Glizzy Hut Jr., which is a new Bowser we haven't seen in the Freshman Feud series before. Tell us a little bit about that, because we didn't get to see that on stream.
I don't really know what to say about it. Looks like
That's fair.
I mean, the Link Bowser matchup's kind of
Is it
rough
rough?
for Bowser, I think.
Yeah.
That's fair.
You just don't really if your character doesn't really have to interact with him. Then you're gonna do a lot better. He's a character that you don't really want to scrap with.
Yeah, he did catch me with the Koopa Claw down into forward smash behind.
Yeah, you know, like
saw-
not
we
a lot
saw
of
him go
people
for that
in
a
this
lot.
tournament are above that. It's super common. People get scared
Yeah.
of Bowser
Yeah.
in that situation, and they go, "Oh
For
no,"
sure.
and they tech in when really any of the other options could probably be better. You're not the only person that got caught by it. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah, I think I've seen a couple others.
And then, did you come into this tournament like were you expecting to win? Were you going into this tournament like really like, yeah, I should win this tournament, or were you just kind
You
of
already-
A little bit.
You know
I'm
the
not gonna
answer
lie.
to this. I love winning. I know I'm gonna win.
Yeah.
And who were you? And who in like going into the tournament before you even started? Who were you like worried about, if
I
anybody?
was most worried about Chocolate Lovin', actually. Yeah.
Yeah, you had.
Oh.
That was the next thing I wanted to talk
Yeah,
about.
me
I
and
mean,
him
that
had
was.
some like close sets whenever we meet in bracket. So.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
he took a game off you earlier. Tell us a little bit about that.
Oh shit, man! Honestly, I can't remember our set too
It
well.
was a while. It was
I'm
a
the
while
kind of
ago.
player like legit. If someone's like, "Yo, did you see what I like?" I don't remember what happened like 5 seconds ago.
That's
Honestly.
fair.
How do you perceive like your guys's? You've said
Yeah.
you played against each other before. How do you guys perceive like your guys's head to
Our
head?
head to head, it's pretty close. I'd say it's close. It can go either way. Yeah, at any time.
He was like the only one that you were really like, man, he could beat me.
Yeah,
Everyone else-
I don't think I've played against like anybody else in this bracket other
Oh,
than
okay.
him before.
Huh,
actually.
really? Wow.
Yeah.
So you got a good handful of new matchups.
Mhm.
Well, cool. That's awesome. Yeah, Chocolate 11 was definitely another one of those crowd pleaser players at these. So it was really cool to watch your guys' set with that in semifinals. So then you had your set with Fudge Pop, where we did see a Falcon switch as well, but
Yeah.
it looks pretty rough. Do you have much experience with the Lucario matchup in particular?
No, not too much actually.
I think that
Really?
was definitely a set of neither of you really had a ton of experience with the other, and it was kind of feeling it out.
Mhm.
And whoever
Yeah.
could feel out there how they wanted to play it a little quicker was going to be the one to take control of it. And that pretty, and unless the other person can respond, it's going to be quick. And that was kind of how it worked out. You got a
Mhm.
feeling for how you wanted to play that matchup a little quicker, and yeah, you just kind of ran away with it.
Absolutely. You just had a solid run. All in all, it's just a solid run. I mean, there's not much we can say about it. I mean,
Yeah.
the set with
And the
Blurr
And
was
the last thing I wanted to bring up
crazy.
was I was been talking about this when you were playing against Chocolate Lovin'. Your mindset. I mean,
Right.
those are situations when you get those 2 SDs and you're not 4 stocks to 2 in game 3
Yeah,
or
yeah,
4,
yeah.
right? And
Yeah, I was getting a
that
bit shook up. I'm not
situation-
gonna lie.
That's
but-
the situation where even good players will get shook up and be like, and basically end up losing the game, even though the game was winnable because their mindset's gutter for
Yeah,
that game.
no,
in particular.
mindset is a huge thing, honestly. Yeah, even like just playing with confidence sometimes, like you gotta like try to block out the self doubt.
Yeah, and it's
Yeah.
a lot harder. Honestly, it's a lot harder to do that in NetPlay. You're just sitting in your room alone.
For sure.
Like,
Yeah,
like, it's you and your thoughts basically.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I mean, like, it's really easy to, like, I don't know exactly what was going through your head, like, when you would lose a game because the up B was slightly mistimed, for example.
Yeah,
you know
that
what I
was
mean?
Right,
both sets
So-
were, yeah, you're trying to get a sweet spot with the up B.
yeah. That's all right though. You know, I didn't let it bother me too much.
That's what I'm saying, yeah. The fact
Yeah.
that you're able to kind of turn that energy and just like, yeah, that happened, sure, I'm just going to win this next game. It's like, that takes a lot, because there are a lot of players out there who just It's like, oh, that's gets.
I
They
mean,
just take out
yeah,
the
I
frustration.
definitely like
I
I've
was
been
one
that
of them,
player,
so I
and I
did it,
am
yeah.
that player. Yeah, like
Mhm.
sometimes I am that player. I'm not gonna lie, you know. So
It usually for me, I've said this before, it usually takes one good comeback for you to actually get under your belt before you really trust in yourself to do it. Like, you know, for me forever, if I got down in a set, it was over. Like, I was
yeah,
done.
no. Sometimes
I
like
never
yeah,
had done it before. I never made a comeback before that was such a big, like, I never made a huge comeback, like a zero, like a reverse 3-0 on someone that's as good or better than me. I
Yeah.
never done it. So when it would happen, I'm just like, I'm done. The other person could basically just walk all over me. But once I had done it a single time, once I had done the reverse 3-0 or, you know, won a really close set against someone who was better or as good as me after multiple swings and all that. Once you play a crazy set like that and you win, it kind of gives you that new perspective. Like, you know what, I can win whatever. Like, I can make that comeback. I've done it before. You know, some people kind of need that under their belt, and I think you're probably the same way.
yeah, for sure. Yeah. Sometimes like my mental is honestly like something I struggle with. You know, sometimes even just going to losers, I'm like, man, fuck this shit. Like it's over. Like. But,
Yeah,
you know,
if your winner set was like, it's one of those where like if your winner set was like a rough one where you just you didn't play well, and then you got to play immediately in losers.
Yeah.
And you're just like, oh.
I've always found that like knowing your seed can really be a curse at times, because like you lose to someone who's lower seed than you, and it's really easy to shift into that mindset and lose. Just like, I shouldn't have lost to that player because
Yeah,
bigger
that's
number.
definitely more of a
Really-
thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I tend to not worry about stuff like that. But
That's
like,
good,
I mean,
that's
I
good.
was first seed in this bracket, and I guess I kind of came in with a bit of confidence in that.
That's kind of what
Yeah.
I'm saying.
Yeah,
Yeah, you had
yeah.
a mentality.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I'm the first seed. I'm gonna win this
Mhm.
thing. You know, like
Right.
maybe I don't want to throw words
Well,
in your mouth.
it's one of
but-
those things where I think in weeklies and stuff, when like it's the same people all the time, it's one of those things where
Yeah,
seeding doesn't
yeah.
really mean too much because a lot of times
Mhm.
the seeding is like, oh, well, I don't want to play that guy again. So you seed, and maybe you seed one guy a little lower or a little higher than he's supposed to be to make sure people play different people every week,
Mhm.
and just have it so that the bracket's not like a copy paste of the week before. And
Absolutely.
that's where you can start to be like, seeding's not that big a deal. I was, you know, in terms of skill, I'm probably better than that guy, but he's seeded above me because he doesn't want to play this guy for the 7th time in a row in this same round every time. So,
Mhm.
but in brackets like these, it does matter a little more because you're not playing all these guys all the time. So seeding is more like a, you know, this is where the TO or the people seeding believe you are skilled to be at pre-tournament, right?
Right.
Awesome. Well, I don't want to keep you here too long. Appreciate you entering. I mean, this is your second freshman feud, and I mean,
Got the dub.
you did it. You got the dub. You graduated.
I graduated. Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Do
All
you have
I'm gonna
Gotta get him.
say is-
Yes, we
all
gotta
I'm
get him
gonna
the
say
veteran
is,
tag.
Before I go, let it just be known we are entering an age of calamity.
Oh,
shoot.
let's go. You got anything else to tell your fans in the chat? I mean, you had the whole squad cheering
Yeah,
you on.
people are popping down. What's that?
Ayo, Blitz.
Not much to say. I mean, shout out OMPM. You know,
Let's
that's the
go.
fam.
Mm-hmm.
That's about it, I guess. Shout out to the fans, everyone who supports me. You know.
You got Twitter or
Shout out
anything?
to the host. No Twitter, nah.
Fair.
Oh man, you're not gonna get that 10 follower boost. God damn it.
Let's go.
Unfortunate, but
What's the clout?
it's all
Chat-
good.
God.
Shadrick went to sleep, but yeah, he was holding it down with the organization earlier, TOing.
All right, I'm gonna head out though. Thanks, guys.
Oh yeah, thanks.
of course,
Thanks
man.
again for entering, and congrats
Congratulations.
one more time.
Thank you.
Cool.
Take it easy, guys.
You too. All right, that's a wrap. We're gonna go ahead and call it there. Thank you all for tuning in to these. I love doing these. These are awesome. Quick shout outs I just want to do real quick. Shout outs to Shadrick for holding down the fort. Really
Yeah, man's a legend.
really took control of the organization aspect of this, especially as my schedule's gotten busier. That way I can focus a lot more on the streaming aspect. And
Yeah, definitely
dude's
good
a
for you to
legend.
split up a little bit of the work, so that you can run the
Mhm.
stream and get that going and not have to worry about 2 things at once, and you can just help with the TOing rather than just doing all of it.
Right.
For sure.
And shout outs to our commentators earlier. We start off with Titanium and Erg. That's the Canada Classic right there.
Canada crew, baby.
Yeah, they're homies for sure. Shouts to Nick Hyland and DLX. Nick Hyland was one of our other freshman feud winners as well, and they held down the commentary for a bit. And then also shouts to Jax. Thank you so much. Good to have you back on the mic. It's a pleasure.
You know it. I mean, hey man, like I've told you before, I don't know if everyone else in the chat knows, I used to run stuff like this for my region back years ago. They've got a lot of viewership. A lot of people came in. Probably one of the biggest tournaments in the state, honestly. Even though I just kind of ran out of verses and was like, hey, you can have the venue, sure, whatever. And I get like
Nice.
100+ people for both for Melee and PM and stuff. Crazy tournaments. But
That's
they were the
crazy.
same thing. They're amateur tournaments in our region, and so I've done all this stuff before. And so when I heard that you were doing this kind of stuff back, months ago when you started it, I was like, let's get in there. I want to get in there. This is what I like doing. I love
Cool.
doing this stuff. So I, like you said, I'm, last couple ones I just haven't been available, but I was damn sure trying. But now I'm here, and hopefully for the next ones I'll be available to keep up with doing these because I like it.
For sure. Awesome. Well, we're gonna wrap it up. Thank you all. It's 10. It's a little after 10 p.m. in my time.
10:15.
It's crazy. I went ahead and linked the Discord as well if you're not already a part of the community.
For sure.
Definitely the
I'm in there
homies
all
are
the
there.
time
Yeah,
yelling at people. I'm in there yelling at people, telling them they're stupid. XYK
sure.
is telling me to shut up. Great.
exactly, all the time. But that's been a wrap. You can follow me on Twitter at itsxyk if you want. I keep up to date with future Freshman Feud tournaments. We do West Coast and East Coast as well. Follow Jags. His tag is below as well at Jags Money with
At
two
Jags
Y's.
Money, 2 Y's gamers.
Mhm.
I tweet dumb shit. Most of it's PM related. Some of it's not. Whatever. Follow me
Let's
if you
go.
want. I'm cool. Do it.
Cool. And with that's it. Another successful
All right.
Freshman Feud. Hope you all have a good night. Take it easy. Drink water. Stay hydrated. Stay safe. And yeah, we will see you all at the next one. Have a good
See
night.
you later, gamers.